Did you ever think that those two worlds could come together? The way that you listen to music and the way that you would read from an ancient book that comes from older traditions. This is a perfect way to merge the two worlds. My name is Taelor Gray. I am from Columbus, Ohio. I am a pastor. I am a hip hop artist, and a whole lot of other things that we probably don't have time to talk about today. Because of the context that I'm in, we're looking for creative ways to engage the people around us in our direct proximity and ultimately maybe surprise them about how good God is in this medium and how accessible His word is where they are right now. What Streetlights offers is an opportunity for people to experience wonder in the scriptures, to hear what the scriptures have to say without feeling as if it's not accessible to them. The gateway into that ability to engage with the scriptures for yourself and hopefully create that motivation for you to take away a desire to read them for yourselves. So Streetlights gives us a high form of artistic engagement with the scriptures. The way that we engage the word of God audibly, sonically, there is even maybe surprise in what we discover in the word of God through the medium of Streetlights. So like as a hip hop head, it's dope to be able to get a good head nod in as you're reading through like maybe a tough text and it comes alive in that way. I love just the ingenuity and the imagination behind the resource of Streetlights, because it is a conversation starter. It is a way even to debunk assumptions about the faith and the Bible and everything like that. But right now for our time, when we're looking for all these non-traditional methods to reach the world, it stands as a primary opportunity to help people see that this is something intentional for people to understand. This Bible is a resource for us all. Streetlights is a resource that ultimately points to the great resource. And if we don't have those touch points, then I feel like we don't really have all the tools necessary to reach the world. At a church I used to serve at a while ago, we were just concluding an elders meeting. It was kind of late into the evening, and we're all kind of walking outside, and we meet someone who is standing outside of the church building, probably waiting for a ride. We didn't really ask the circumstance because he introduced himself to us. And he asked us, what we were doing and, ultimately what this building was being used for. We said that we were elders and we're pastors at this church. And he said that he had questions about the Bible. He didn't really trust the Bible. And me and another elder stayed behind and asked him a little bit more about why he felt that way. And he said that he never really understood the King James Version translation. So as the conversation went along, it seemed like this was continually a hang up for him. So I asked him, I said, what if you didn't have to read the Bible from the King James Version? Would you actually try? Would you actually see if it's saying something that you may have never thought it was actually saying? And he said, well, I don't know, because people can manipulate those translations, all this different stuff. And I said, but what if you didn't have to read it? You could actually hear it and then choose for yourself whether or not it's true or whether or not it's worth exploring more. And he's like, yeah, I like the way that sounds, but at the end of the day, I don't really have time to come to church. And he gives me the whole spiel as to why he doesn't go to church. I said, wait just a minute. And my other elder continues the conversation. I run to the car and I had a Streetlights CD. I had it in my car because I just had a physical copy with me. And I ran back over to him. I said, here, take this, man. This is not a Bible, but it is a Bible. And I want you to actually engage with this in a different way. Now, I'm not here to tell you there was a full conversion story that, kind of connected transactionally to that, but we saw him come back to church for weeks and months after that. And it seemed like his curiosity was growing about what church could be, about the community of faith, and then ultimately how discipleship could look in his life. And it came from that one intersection of skepticism and curiosity. And it's like, listen, bro, let me just totally eliminate all your fears, all your insecurities, and just give you an opportunity to engage the scriptures in a way that you may have never engaged them before. And it seemed like it turned into an opportunity to introduce him to the faith in a different way. So I always think of that time because it was totally unexpected. It was totally inconvenient, but at the same time, it was a sovereign, purposeful moment, I believe, to introduce this young brother to the Word of God in a way that maybe he would have never encountered before. So I was just really happy about that time. And me and the former elders talk about it all the time. If you like hip hop and you are curious about the Bible, this is a perfect way to merge the two worlds.